Okay, I think the last one we'll watch tonight, my 600-pound life's worst patient ever, Stephen Assanti. At my heaviest, I weighed about 350. I'm a bigger guy, right? 350 is still really big, but you also got to remember I'm 6'5", so you know my proportions are a little bit different. Anyways, right now I weigh about 292 is what I weighed this morning. So I've lost well over 50 pounds. So, and my goal is to get down to 260, maybe even 250, but that's some other day. Watching these type of videos are kind of encouraging for me because I don't want to end up like the path I was on at one point, you know? So that's why I kind of wanted to watch it. So, but let's just see. Internet Anarchists makes great videos, by the way.
Alleged mistreatment.
I was malnutrition. I was in the hospital. And he wanted me to get up? Seriously? I'm bleeding on the bed and you want...
Neglected mental health.
I feel so worthless, I think.
I'd be better off in the ground.
And
That's
enabling food addiction. These are just...
I'm slowly losing weight. Do you have any? Do you got any tips? I'm not really the person to ask because while I have been losing weight, it took me like a year and a half to lose that 50 pounds. I guess the way I've been losing weight, every Sunday for the past especially the past 2.5, 3 months, every Sunday I go to Walmart and I buy a big old thing, 3 big old things of chicken, which is about 15 pounds, and I cook it, and that's my meals. That's every single meal. 2 things really that helped me lose about 50 pounds is I learned how to read a nutritional label, and I learned how to meal prep. And then I force myself to go to the gym. Usually I try to go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. See, the thing is, I'm not just trying to lose weight. I'm also trying to maintain my muscle. I'm a relatively strong guy, right? I always have been. So if I just completely stopped eating, I could lose weight fast, but I'd also be losing my muscle fast. So that's why I'm on a high protein diet with all the chicken, and I also mix in vegetables, greens. I also have a protein drink I drink at the end of every workout. So I'm trying to lose the fat, but keep the muscle. And doing both of those at the same time is a little rough. I guess if I had to say any tips on losing weight, meal prep, and maybe just try to get a little bit more exercise. Here's how I lose weight every Sunday: buy a shit ton of chicken. That's true. What I used to do, again, sorry, I'm gonna keep going on these tangents. We're 22 seconds in the video. I've probably been talking for 10 minutes. What I did before, I went to supplement superstores and the guy told me I was doing everything wrong. I was eating 1,500 calories a day every day, and I was losing weight. I was losing a lot of weight until I plateaued at right around 305. And then I realized I was getting so weak. I was getting so weak. I was losing all my strength. Not only that, I was super tired. So essentially what I'm saying is I was under eating. I was eating 1,500 calories, and I'm a big guy. The average person should be eating about 2,000 calories a day. I'm like double the average person. I should be eating 3,500 calories a day. And I was eating 1,500. So not only was I drastically under eating, but my body went into an emergency mode. It was feeding off my muscles and also fat, but mostly my muscles. That's why I was getting so weak. And so once I told the guy at Supplement Superstores that, he was like, dog, start eating. Eat food, please. Eat 1 chicken every day. Now I eat my chicken breasts here. You know what? I can even show you guys real quick. This is what I make. That's all chicken. And this thing was not only packed up to here, I had to get 2 boxes. So that's all chicken. And I'm supposed to eat 4 a day, but I've been eating 3 a day, which is a lot. That's a lot. Not a lot of people. Not everyone should be eating like that. I'm supposed to be eating about 300 grams of protein. Sorry, I went on a huge tangent there.
Some of the many accusations that have surfaced against the producers of My 600-Pound Life over the years, all of which I covered in my previous video on the show in great detail. How a show meant to improve lives has allegedly left many worse off. That said, there's one aspect of the show that most people agree is almost always positive, and that's its host, Dr. Now.
This guy is so goofy. I don't like to watch My 600-Pound Life, the actual show. I like to watch videos about the show. As a matter of fact, this guy, Big Craig, this is the guy I've been watching a lot.
After gaining...
He does almost the exact same format as Internet Anarchists, but he just does it about these 600-pound life guys. And I've been watching a couple of them anyways. But this guy is he's always so funny and so goofy. I love this guy. Jace, can I have some of your height? Take a little bit of your legs or some. Yeah, I guess I could spare a couple of inches. But I've always said if I could sacrifice 3 of my inches from my height and put it into my wiener, I'd sign that contract any day of the week. If the devil said, "Hey, I'll make you 6'2", and you get a 4-inch wiener," I'd be like, nice. Where do I sign?
Motivated you are to change your eating habit?
I'm very motivated.
No matter how difficult of a situation he's presented with, he stays patient and almost always finds ways to help the contestants. However, there are times when even Dr. Now's expertise isn't.
I've seen a corn video where the guy has a silicone implant on his wiener, and all the comments were making fun of it.
But even among difficult patients, there's one that's pushed Dr. Now to his absolute limit, leaving him with no choice but to give up on him completely.
Take him back.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchists, but to give up on him completely.
Wow. See, here's the thing. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to make fun. But on the flip side, that's kind of funny.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're diving into why you aren't yet subscribed to my channel despite watching multiple of my videos.
I am.
Just kidding. We're diving into the sad case of Stephen Assanti, who's widely considered my 600-pound life's worst contestant ever. How he became one of the very few patients to ever get rejected by Dr. Now, and how he almost caused his brother's death through his actions. Stephen Assanti and his brother Justin found their way onto my 600-pound life in quite the unusual way, because just a few days earlier, Stephen had made national news by getting kicked out from a hospital for trying to sneak pizza into his room while on a weight loss program.
If that's not the most realistic thing I've ever heard, sneaking pizza in when you're on a hardcore diet, that's a rite of passage. That's a rite of passage. You have to do. Everyone's going to experience that at some point. Hell, I do that, not with pizza. My biggest vice is Taco Bell. I have to fight every demon in my heart and head to not get Taco Bell every weekend.
This already showed his lack of seriousness towards getting healthier, which carried over into the show from right the beginning of the first episode, as he was already craving food an hour after starting his trip to the show's headquarters.
Hello?
Yeah.
What?
Excuse me, I want to get something to eat.
Do me a favor. Save the minutes. Quit calling me.
Okay, don't forget. Yeah, bye.
I will forget. Bye.
This trend continued, with Stephen asking for food about every 2 hours or so, going as far.
At least he's eating Subway. At least he's eating Subway. Everyone knows Subway is healthy. That's the one healthy fast food place. Everyone knows that. I mean, look at... Oh, shit, I guess I can't say that anymore, can I? I was going to say, look at Jared Fogle. You can't deny, though, the guy lost weight. YouTube accent? Yeah, he does have a YouTube accent. The one thing that's always funny about Internet Anarchists is that he always goes, however. You'll hear him say it like 6 times in this video. However, never had Taco Bell? You are missing out. You're just missing out on life. Taco Bell is life. The $9 Lux box is the one thing keeping me like close to 300 pounds.
As to demand.
And God forbid you go get one of those Cinnabon bites. Oh my fucking God.
And whenever his father tried to ignore his request, Stephen would immediately begin guilt-tripping him with threats of physical harm.
Hello?
Physical
I'm
harm?
feeling very weak. And if something happens to me, you're gonna be very sorry.
This was the first viewers saw of the manipulative side of Stephen, something that stayed with him throughout the show. In the meantime, things took another...
Hey, I appreciate that, dogs. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, here you go, buddy. Here you go. Everyone that joins gets a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Strange turn when they finally arrived at the show's location, because not long after, Justin made his father go back to Rhode Island with him, leaving Stephen on his own.
Bye to your brother.
How heavy is this guy? This guy looks way bigger than 600. Both of those guys, my lord! You remember those 1,000-pound sisters? That's crazy. These are 1,000-pound shit. They're probably more. I don't know.
I just want to get as far away from him as possible right now.
This behavior from Justin was already raising a red flag about his relationship with Stephen, but we'll get to that later. For now, Stephen was settled into his new hospital bed, and to everyone's surprise, he was actually listening to Dr. Now and the hospital staff.
It's hard, but it feels good to do what I'm supposed to be doing. So for the most part, I'm feeling really good.
He even stuck to his 1,000 calorie diet for a whole 2 months,
Tammy lost
despite
everything.
his slight.
I remember seeing a picture of them not too long ago. Wow. Oh my, don't get me wrong. They look like, they look like Elden Ring bosses, but congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment. Look how big she was at one point. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Good for her. Amy is going to jail, I think. I think you're right. I think you're right about that. I remember hearing something about jail time. 2 counts of drug possession. Okay, that's what it is. At the Tennessee Zoo. Nice. For them.
Nicely entitled personality, he seemed to be determined to work on himself and get better. Unfortunately, that honeymoon period didn't last long, because in his 3rd month, Stephen started making the hospital staff's lives a living hell. He'd press the call button every 15 minutes, requesting for a nurse to bring him his food.
I get frustrated sometimes. That's what's going on. Yeah. I'm not trying to be mean. Trust me, I'm not.
I'll be okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Inject him with more pain medication.
I am calling for the nurse. I need to inform her with something. I'm calling for my pain.
Dude, look at that. That is a crazy build. Because I don't want to be too mean, because I think most of this is like a mental problem, not I mean, obviously it's a symptom of a mental issue. That's my thought on this. But wow, that is quite the body there.
Let me tell it.
These people are really, really, really getting on my last nerve.
Or other random tasks that he was fully capable of doing himself.
I need somebody in my room immediately. I have been waiting. I want this light off.
And when they
realistically, if you punch him in the fucking face, what is he going to do about it? Aside from probably just absorb it. What would happen is you probably try to punch him in the face and the kinetic energy would get absorbed and it would go like all the way around his body. And then just like Kung Fu Panda, just like Po, eventually it'll make like 6 circles around his fat and eventually go back up into his fist and boom, it'll come right back. All the kinetic energy will just swirl around. This is what people think Queso looks like. Queso's not even that. Realistically, Queso and me probably have the same body. Realistically, we're probably somewhat similar because I've seen him like on like Jinxie's stream and stuff like that. I don't really watch streams, but clips of it, you know. He's not a huge guy, you know. Like, he's not overly fat. People call Jinxie fat too? How? Jinxie weighs like 110 pounds. He looks like your standard autistic streamer, bro. And I mean that with love. I find him super funny. This is more like it. Hell yeah.
Wouldn't respond immediately. He'd lash out by berating the
heavy,
nurses.
but he's not like
They took
obese.
my tray somewhere because my table's a mess in my yard. Is my tray still out there?
Yeah. I think I saw it in the...
Ugh, having the piss jar right there is also disgusting. I would never work in a hospital, dude. I couldn't do it. Look at that. Look at that fucking color. Look at that fucking color. That's darker than orange juice. Someone get this man some water. Inject him with some water right into the veins.
Station.
What the hell? This is so annoying.
Screaming out in anger.
Damn it! Are they serious?
And worst of all, by spilling his urine container.
I never seen any patient like Stephen. He asking for pain medicine every 15 minutes, and then he spilled urine on the floor.
Don't like that. Oh, all right. Realistically, look at that. Look at the fucking spilled piss. That nasty ass orange juice pee is on the floor and that count. Oh my God. Realistically, if you just close the door and unplug the things, what could he do? He would have to sit there and then you feed him once. You feed him 3 times a day. Is it unethical? Yes. Is it what he needs? Yes.
Fortunately, it didn't take long for Dr. Now to catch wind of what was going on.
We're starting to develop some issues with Stephen. Over the past month, a lot of his pathological
Why are all 3 of the minions there? This is not a mentally well person. He does. I know that he needs problems with his weight, but he needs problem with his brain first.
It's called behavior started to come
Kevin,
out.
Kevin,
He's
Bob, and
become
Stewart. I remembered.
abusive
I didn't
to
have to look it
hospital
up. I
staff,
remembered.
and he expected everybody to wait on him hand and foot.
resulting in him kicking out Stephen from the hospital until he fixed his behavior.
Steven, what's going on with your behavior? You got a whole host of complaints from the nurses that you need to change your behavior. You haven't.
I know that, and I apologize for it.
Apology mean nothing. So you're done here.
This could have been a wake-up call for
What? He already threw him out? He said, "You're done here? That's it?" Well, hey. Maybe this is actually a happy ending.
could have been a wake-up call for Stephen to become a better person, but he decided to double down instead. He was now living in a new apartment that his father Steve rented out for him, and the first interaction viewers saw of the reunited father-son duo was Stephen asking Steve to get him pizza.
Give me your phone and get the number.
For what?
That's interesting. What would they blur out right there? What is it? Just because his legs look gross, or does he have his thing dangling? I'm curious.
For what?
Pizza.
Oh my God.
However, his relapse into food addiction paled in comparison to what he did to his new caretaker, Princess. Things seemed fine at first, they were getting along, and Princess was actually looking forward to helping Stephen with his weight.
Holy shit! Those are his legs? My lord! That leg is the same size as my torso, dog. And I'm fat as hell. Holy sh! I've never seen him that big. No wonder they were blurring it. Actually, that reminds me. Hold on, I don't know if I can actually show this. You guys know what Meat Canyon is? Oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Look at this. He makes these prosthetics that he wears around in public, and he records people's reactions to them. Oh my god, they're so disgusting. Oh my god, they're so nasty. Oh my god, it's so gross. I can't imagine seeing that in public, bro. I would actually lose my mind. Look at it. Look how much he had to cut up the Crocs. By the way, Meat Canyon, I know he makes those. Everyone knows Meat Canyon for his animations, but if you don't know his Papa Meat channel, literally probably the best channel on YouTube for me. This channel is like literally S tier comedy. It's so good. Maybe we'll watch one of those videos.
I've been taking care of Stephen for a month now, and he can be a handful at times, but I like challenges, and he is a challenge.
He even managed to lose 107 pounds with her help.
Wow! Hey, congrats. 107 pounds. But that's the same size as like a small woman. That's crazy. That's my overall goal.
Over 100 pounds.
But just like his time in the hospital, Stephen's cooperative.
Wow. So he weighed 624 right there after losing 107 pounds. So yeah, he was well into the 700s. That's crazy.
Phase didn't last long, because just 2 months later, he started missing multiple appointments with Dr. Now, and when Princess went over to check on him, she was shocked to see the apartment completely empty.
I'm coming. Have it your way.
Huh.
Well, Stephen.
We couldn't have ran off.
Okay, Stephen Assanti is not here.
Apparently, Stephen had been sneaking off to different hospitals to get his hands on pain meds, since, as it turned out, he was completely addicted to them.
I don't want to hear about your guilt. So you miss your...
Bro's actually me. That's me right there. The top of his head. That's me. That's me. That's me. Take a good long look. It's right there. You can see it. Me and him are twinning. That'll be me in 6 months. Call it.
Doctor's appointment, and you are abusing your pain medication and going to all these hospitals. Why are you doing that?
I shouldn't.
And we have discovered
And
you
yet
have
you
done
are.
this about 20 times this past month.
20
Do you know how
times?
dangerous it is?
For
you
pain
need to
meds?
stop that.
Yeah.
This is time right now to stop all that.
This relapse also caused him to retain over 83 pounds. But
Wow.
despite all of that, Dr. Now was still willing to give Steve...
So he lost 107 and then gained back 83. That's crazy. The crazy thing about that is, think about how much 83 pounds is to gain that back. Because you got to think, if you eat an entire pizza, let's say, like an entire pizza from Domino's weighs like what, 4 pounds, maybe, probably. Wait, hold on, whoa, I'm way off base. The average pizza from like Domino's weighs like 2 pounds. If you assume that every single morsel of that pizza is getting absorbed into his body, that's like 40 pizzas worth. You know, and it's not, because obviously, you know, your body takes what it needs to and then discards the rest. But like, I think about it, that takes effort. That takes an actual conscious effort to gain that back.
Given another chance. This time, he had to lose 60 pounds in the next month if he wanted to qualify for weight loss surgery. Stephen, however, was more concerned with getting more pain meds.
I had to come here to get my pain meds.
What is happening to his hair? His hair was not like that at the beginning of the video, was it? This is just in the past couple weeks or a couple months. I know I didn't see that right.
Meds.
He's putting the moves on. You know, it might be a shot from space, but he's taking a shot.
I gotta find another way to get my pain meds.
Oh, God.
There's other ways, but if you're trying to buy it on the computer, you can be buying from a cop or something, though. Like, you don't even know.
It crushed your nerve.
Princess did the right thing and reported it all to Dr. Now, who was disappointed.
Look, all I'm saying is this. Literally lock the door, open it for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Give him the exact same portion size. Is he gonna be in pain? Is he gonna be drastically like, undernourished? Perhaps. His body's got to start using that fat. Almost spilled my drink. His body's got to start using that fat. It's got to start using that fat, dude. I'm just saying, I know it's inhumane. I know you're not supposed to do it. Just lock the door, unplug all the things, and then if you hear him fall, then go in, because he's probably tried to go open the door or something. 3 days a week is good. What do you mean? You're right. He's not going to starve. There's no way he can starve, because his body will start using the stored fat. Now, obviously, he's got to eat. He can't just not eat. But like, and plus, look, I know it's not a realistic way to solve this problem, but you can't deny that there would be results.
But here's the situation. This is the end of your road for now.
Okay.
But in the end, recognizing that he had an addiction, he decided to give Stephen yet another opportunity at redemption. On one condition, Stephen had to check himself into a detox center for 7 days.
Okay, so I keep pausing, I'm sorry. But, wow, we're only 9 minutes in. Maybe I should stop yapping. I'm going to let it keep going.
Where he could overcome his painkiller addiction and get back on the weight loss program. Stephen reluctantly accepted and was transferred to a new facility and put on detox medication. But once again, the same self-destructive cycle that had haunted his entire weight loss journey came back in full force. Because just 4 days into the rehab program, he started begging the staff to increase his detox medication. And when that didn't work, he called his father in a fit of rage, only to blatantly lie about how he was being treated.
I want to go home from this place.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh.
Steven, calm down.
They're treating me like a criminal.
You have to calm down.
Treat him like a criminal. Okay, all I'm saying is, is it inhumane? Yes. Would you find the results you're looking for? Yes. Yap more. The thing I was going to yap about is that he's addicted to painkillers, right? And I tore my ACL when I was younger, right? When I was 18, as soon as I got into college to play football, naturally. But I ended up tearing my ACL, and they had prescribed me oxycodone, I believe. I think that's right. And they said, take it whenever you feel pain. And I believe that was the same thing that... let me double check this before I say anything. I believe that's what Brett Favre, he had an addiction to, the painkillers. And I had oxycodone, the same thing that he was addicted to. And I know how addictive those can be. So they gave me a big old bottle. By the way, I didn't ask for it, but they just gave me a big old bottle of oxycodone. Like, this thing was like, I think it was a 60 count bottle of pills. And like, I think throughout my entire recovery, I think I took 3, because like there was one night where I just could not sleep. like I literally could feel like the pulsating pain, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll take one. It was gone. But I intentionally tried not to take them, not because I really think I would get like addicted. I'm not. The only thing I'm really addicted to is fucking Taco Bell, but I don't think I would actually get addicted. But I didn't want to even take the chance, and so the whole reason of me saying that is just because I know there's some people who get really addicted to painkillers. Hell, whenever I was in college, and like it's the same story, everyone knew that I had torn my ACL and I was going through recovery, and I had people like on the football team, on this college football team. They would come up to me and say, "Hey, do you have any of those pills?" And I was like, "Yeah, they gave me painkillers." And I would have people say, "Hey, do you mind giving me one, or hey, can I buy one from you?" Obviously, I'm like, no, because that's fucking drug dealing, you know? Like, no, obviously I'm not gonna do that. But I had like, no joke, like I probably had like 5 different people on the football team asked to buy my pills. And whenever I was fully recovered, whenever I was fully done, I had a guy come up and straight up said, "Hey, I'll give you $400 for the rest of the pills that you have." And I was like, dude, no, I'm not gonna sell you pills, because if by chance he just goes back and just downs them all, I'm screwed. And not only that, but I just don't want to feed this guy's, addiction or whatever. Not even an addiction. I don't even think he had anything. But just the fact that I was in a position where people were literally coming up to me in broad daylight, and just say, "Hey, can I buy your pills?" I was like, no, what the fuck? No. And so eventually I had to turn them back into I turned them back into to the pharmacy, or like they have like a safe disposal kit or something like that. And I was like, I don't even want to hold on to them because I'm afraid someone's going to break into my room and try to take them from me. And I wasn't going to take them. I kind of wish I still had them, because every now and then I have pain in my back all the time. I wish I had some, but, yeah, it was that was the weirdest experience throughout college. About these guys that just wanted my pain meds. It's crazy.
I'm not an animal. I'm depressed now.
You are depressed, and I understand it, but you're also just mentally unwell.
Stop acting like this. I'm going to hang up if you don't calm down.
I'm very sad, and I'm exhausted, and I'm trying to succeed, but I can't do it here. I can't do it.
Freak out all you want. You're not getting any more drugs.
Big thumbs up for the dad there. Huge thumbs up for the dad. That was crazy. Good for him. Not everyone can do that. A lot of people would have broken down right there, and it gave him whatever he wanted. But I'm glad to hear the dad was steadfast, because there's a lot of episodes. I'm sorry. There's a lot of episodes of My 600 Pound Life where their significant other or their parents or whatever, their siblings, they'll sneak in food, right? They'll sneak in food. They'll sneak in like a burger, a pizza, something like that. And then, oh, why am I not losing weight, right? But good for him. Good for the dad.
This is the devil's playground.
Fortunately, this time, Steve Sr. stood his ground, forcing Stephen to complete the detox program. With the substances out of his system, both Dr. Now and Princess were hopeful that Stephen could get back on his diet, just so he could lose enough weight to get his surgery. Unfortunately, they couldn't have been more wrong, because when Stephen returned to his apartment, the first thing he did was scream at Princess for not dropping off his detox medicine.
Princess didn't drop it off like she said. How does anyone expect me to do this if I don't have what I need? I'm gonna tell her just how.
Is he balding or not? Is he balding or not? Is that because that is a full head of hair right there? He's even got a clean line. Here I thought I was spectating my bald brother, but not anymore.
Unacceptable this is, and how disappointed I am.
Princess had done nothing but try and help Stephen maintain a healthy diet, so for her, this outburst became the final straw.
His mood swings are worse than ever, and his behaviors particularly unacceptable towards me. So I'm no longer going to be treating him after today.
And instead of accepting her decision, he decided to act like a man-child instead. He locked her out when she returned to pick up the TV he was renting from Princess's care company, and even called the cops on her.
Please tell me what the cops would do. Officers, she will not treat me anymore. I know this guy is mentally unwell, but it also borders on pure stupidity. Okay, I gotta say. He got Keeps. That's true. Yeah, Keeps. Sponsor me. Hey, my line is open anytime. Give me a call. I will accept $5 and a crisp high five. And you can have it. You can have an ad right here. Just right here. Just Keeps right there. Yeah, maybe send me like whatever hair stuff you gave this guy.
I need a police officer here immediately, please. My personal care attendant here bought me a TV, okay? She bought it as a gift for me, and now she's trying to take it away from me. She's mad that she's losing her job. It ain't my problem she didn't do her job. Who is it?
Me.
I'm instructed not to let you in yet until the police get here.
Till the police get here?
Yeah, Princess is trying to get in the house. What do I do?
What?
The TV's not.
That is wild. So is that true or is that just a lie? Does she even care about the TV? I doubt it. I doubt she even cares about the TV. He is just such a vindictive asshole. God damn. I'm actually pissed.
Not being taken out until we see the proof.
Okay, well, no problem. I'll wait till I get here.
You want to wait?
Of course, because that TV coming with me.
Luckily, Princess managed to get away scot-free. As for Stephen, his problems were only getting worse, so Dr. Now gave him one final ultimatum.
Allow you to get back in the program again.
He's got like one or two words that just stick out like a sore thumb. Ultimatum.
Dr. Now gave him one final ultimatum.
Allow you to get back in the program again, because if you don't start addressing your weight now, you're going to die.
See, look at his hair. His hair is in a completely different state of mind. It's like he can will it to bald and to regrow. Maybe this man is more. Maybe this man has higher mental powers than I could even dream of, because he is literally willing his hair to grow.
And right now, there's a toss-up between your pain medication killing you or your weight. So you want to do this or not?
Yeah.
Okay, then I expect you to be on your best behavior. All right, see you later.
Okay.
If there was ever a wake-up call Stephen needed to listen to, this was it.
Obviously, I'm not any kind of expert in any kind of field. Put this guy in a room and forget about it for a week. Thoughts? What's the worst that could happen? Realistically, what's the worst that could happen?
Addiction to substances was just too strong for him to resist, with him even going as far as staging accidents to get the fix he so desperately craved.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You should be okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go up a little bit of a curb here. I want you to get hurt.
Oh! Oh! Hold it. Ah! Oh!
Okay, realistically, what the fuck are they doing? Realistically, that was a horrid idea. Now, he might have jumped off if he could manage, but I can see how that would hurt him. He's got 400-pound legs, you know, and those things are slipping off.
Oh! Oh! Hold it. Ah! Oh!
And to make matters worse, he was another 20 pounds heavier on his next walk.
Oh no, that's actually crazy. Because he was down to 624, right? So he's at 750 pounds. That's heavier than when he started. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Weigh in. At this point, Stephen's weight loss journey had become a cycle of making progress, relapsing, and then gaining the weight he'd lost all over again. Even Dr. Now, who had been more patient with Stephen than arguably any of his other contestants, was starting to see him as a lost cause. But before giving up on him completely, Dr. Now decided to motivate him in a, shall we say, unique way.
Let's go down the hall.
Where?
Whoa! Was he that big earlier? Wow. Wow. That is crazy. His feet are so red. My Lord. He looks like Squidward when he ate the Krabby Patties. Oh, that's great. I love that. Good callback. No, they go straight to your thighs. And then you blow up.
Where?
Just walk with me. I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
Now, stand over here.
You know what's crazy? He can walk. He can walk. Like I said, I'm a big guy, right? 290 pounds, essentially 300 pounds. This guy weighs over double. This guy weighs 1.5 times what I weigh. Sorry, 2.5 times what I weigh. 300, 360. Yeah, sorry. Add me again and then half of me. That's what this guy weighs. And he is walking. That is absurd. Because I'm trying to think. Imagine if I put a barbell on my back that had 450 pounds. Which used to be my main squat. That used to be my close to my max squat. My max squat used to be 500. But that's so much extra weight, and that's just me. That's just him walking around. I can't believe that. That is crazy.
And look at that mirror.
Why?
Look at yourself. Look at what you have done to your body.
Oh my God.
Tell me, what do you see?
A big
Look at that leg, dude. Look at that leg. He's waddling. Don't give him too much credit. Don't get me wrong. The fact that he is moving is crazy. Don't get me. And I know he is a prisoner in his own body, right? That's how most of these people are. That's how they describe themselves. They're prisoners in their own body. But again, I'm just imagining putting a barbell on my back with 450 pounds. I would not be able to walk more than 2 feet. And I am considered a relatively strong guy. That is crazy.
Surprisingly, this actually worked better than anyone could have expected, as just 2 months later, he weighed around 677.5 pounds.
Wow. That's 80 pounds.
73 pounds lighter than his previous checkup. Nice. He even started working on improving himself as a person. The only question was, could he maintain this new attitude until he reached
pouring soda down the drain. Even I wouldn't do that. I'd drink that shit.
his weight loss goals? Or was this just another part of his perpetual cycle?
Probably.
However,
we're not even halfway through the video. I can imagine which one it is.
if he did maintain it successfully, there was something
that's pretty rough lighting. I'm starting to think it's not the lighting. I am fairly confident this guy can just will his hair back on his head.
else holding him back from true happiness: his relationship with his family, and especially his brother Justin. You see, ever since the brothers were first introduced in the show, Justin had no problem showing his disdain for Steven.
Before you did the operation, he says, I never get sick. And now that he gets sick, I laugh about it.
All right.
You know?
Okay. All right.
Basically, you know, every marriage has ups and downs, sometimes more downs than up. Up and down, you know. No, it's because of me, because I always cause the arguments and everything.
And this
I need to rewind.
Alright.
Basically, you know, every marriage has ups and downs.
Every marriage has ups and downs. That implies that this man is married. I think there is someone out there for everyone. You know what? I genuinely do believe that too. I believe there is someone out there for every single person in the world. It's all about just finding them. That's it. Because when you look at someone like this, a guy, not only his physical body, his physical limits, right? His physical body, right? Most people would probably be not interested. But his attitude is also fucking abysmal. And this guy has a wife. This guy has gotten laid. Personally, I find that inspiring.
Sometimes more downs than up. Up and down, you know.
So it's ups because of you, or downs are because of you?
No, it's because of me, because I always cause the arguments and everything.
And this wasn't without a reason, since according to Justin, Steven had been bullying him his entire life.
I'm definitely not going in.
What is the big deal?
How does he get married, but I don't? This is bullshit. That's what I'm saying. There's someone out there for everyone. I truly do mean that. I don't know if I believe in soulmates, but I do believe that someone can find. I believe that everyone can find someone and live a happy life.
Want to know the truth? I don't want to be in the same car, same room with him. You know why? Because he beat the shit out of me every single day for 18 years.
How?
How do you for 18 years?
Yeah, you did.
He'd get physical, eat all his food.
He was a big kid. I'm not gonna lie to you. Those are two hefty boys right there. Those are two hefty boys.
and be an all-round douche to his younger brother. Even when
Overall
Steven
douche,
started gaining weight, the abuse didn't stop, because even though he couldn't move his body well enough to land any hits, he found other ways to torment him.
Steven came back home, and he was up to his old tricks of abusing me mentally. He couldn't hit me physically because he couldn't get up, but he used to pound on my wall over and over again until I finally...
Look at that kid. That kid is probably... How old do you think that is? Maybe 11? 12? Maybe? That's a hefty kid. You know, at what point do you think this might be the parents' fault, right? I've thought about that for a while, you know, because at some point you just got to eat whatever's around the house. And if there's a person that's buying nothing but candy and junk food and pizzas and all that stuff and, you know, processed food, it's not exactly good for a growing boy, you know? But he's well into his adulthood.
However, now that
so
Steven had
know.
actually started getting healthier, it felt like the brothers were both turning a new leaf, with Steven even apologizing for how he treated Justin in the past.
I just want to apologize.
I can see it. It looks like he's losing weight. I don't know when this was, but he looks like his face is thinner.
That's why everything I put you through in the past.
I'm not somebody you say that to and you automatically get forgiveness from me. You should know that.
No, I understand. And I will earn your forgiveness.
You have to. That's the only way you get it back. Just keep doing it.
He's a big guy too. I mean, this guy has a lot in his midsection, but the other brother looks an overall big
But things were still a bit dicey between the two. Justin even refused to meet Steven because he didn't fully trust his sudden change of heart. Steve Sr., in his desperation to get his two kids to get along, devised a secret plan. He scheduled Justin's surgery on the same day as Steven's next...
Wait, whose surgery?
Devised a secret plan. He scheduled Justin's surgery on the same day as Steven's next appointment with Dr. Now.
Oh, so the brother is getting the surgery too. That's good. That's hey, they're both losing weight. That's nice. Cool.
So when Justin woke up after his operation, Steven was right there next to him. And surprisingly, the two got along quite well. For the first time ever, it felt like they might actually be able to repair their broken
Except there's 16 minutes left.
relationship. But just as things were looking up, Steven managed to undo all of the progress by committing one of his most heinous acts yet.
I don't like this guy, but we'll see what he did.
A couple of weeks after the surgery, Steven decided to check up on him and visited Justin at his hotel. The visit went well. However, after Steven had left, Justin noticed something missing from his room.
But after Steven left, I noticed my painkillers they sent me home were...
Oh, no. Shit. Oh, the painkillers were gone, huh?
Gone.
Relapse.
And he didn't care about what it would do to me.
Understandably, this was the last straw for Justin, who decided once and for all that he didn't want anything to do with Steven. And just
Damn,
like
that's a real shame. That's like, you know, in a story, like, you know, you go through hardships, everything, you got up and downs, and then you finally get up, you know, the brother's losing weight, both brothers are losing weight, you get the surgery, oh, it's all looking good, and then finally stupid shit happens, he relapses. That sucks.
Brother's relationship was once again damaged beyond repair, all because of Steven's actions. But as despicable as he was to his brother, and even his father at some points in the show, it's important to understand how Steven ended up this way, which might have something to do with his upbringing.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. At what point do you like blame the parents for like what they're bringing into the like food in terms of food bringing into the home, right? I wonder if they're going to talk about it.
You see, Steven didn't grow up in the best of circumstances.
Yeah.
We've already seen how his father, Steve Sr., seems to give in to most of his whims. And there's a reason for that, because for most of their childhood, Steven and Justin lived with their mother after she divorced Steve. Unfortunately, to say their mother was neglectful would be an understatement. She was an addict herself, which sadly reflected in the way she treated her sons.
I think we just got a big piece of the puzzle. Yeah, neglect is what I was getting at earlier. And also she's an addict. Ooh, okay.
Because my childhood wasn't good, to say the...
See, I'm just saying, there might be, you know, a slight indication that this kid might have needed to start this diet a little earlier.
Least. My brother and I went to go live with my mom, but
In this picture, he looks like an orc from Lord of the Rings.
At that time, my mom cared more about the alcohol and her boyfriends than us.
Not only did she continuously drink at home, she'd wander off to bars with her boyfriends almost every night, leaving the brothers to fend for themselves. Things would get even worse whenever she brought one of these boyfriends home, since they weren't any nicer to the boys either.
Because my mom's boyfriend was very violent.
I was beaten physically by her boyfriends, but my mom knew and she didn't care. She was too busy to get drunk.
This cycle of abuse only ended when one night she disappeared from their lives completely out of nowhere.
When Jessa was about 9 and Stephen was about 15, their mother, she went out one night and never came home.
Never mind.
Boys moved in with their father, but while this raised their standards of living to a completely different level, it came with its own set of major problems. Thing is, Steve likely felt so bad for how the boys were treated by their mother, he massively overcorrected in the complete opposite direction. He started granting their every wish.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's because it sounds like he's trying to make amends and everything like that with this, and he feels bad and all that. But I can definitely see where I can definitely see how he wanted to kind of, you know, like he said, he overcorrected. Just unfortunate circumstance. But addiction is a reason but not an excuse. It sucks, but he's still an ass. True. Yeah, definitely having a bad upbringing. It's definitely a cog in the wheel on why you are the way you are. But whenever you reach a certain age, it is up to you on what you do with your life. Now, obviously, you need to learn from your past and everything like that, and you need to at some point the responsibility is yours, right? He is a fucking asshole. The guy is an asshole, and yeah, their mom is a huge fucking bitch. It's important to have at least one good role model, and they had none, and they were obviously abused and everything. Yeah, just a shitty
no matter
situation.
what it was. Even when he should have stepped in as a responsible parent and said no for their own good, he didn't. That could also explain why they became overweight in the first place, and also why he never stood up to Steven whenever he threatened him for food.
This guy's gonna want to go like a all right?
Thank you.
I ate one of the Reese's peanut butter cups and I got a glimpse of his legs. Ugh. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I had to finish that before I got another.
All right. Thank you.
I wonder what box that is.
You happy?
Yep.
Have a party.
I will.
I know you will.
At one point during the show, Steve even admits that he wasn't able to control him ever since their mother left.
I try to keep less food in the house, but Steven wanted pizza all the time. He just fell in love with pizza. And sometimes Steve would take a tantrum fit if he didn't get what he wanted.
That's crazy.
He was out of control. I just couldn't control him.
See, here's the thing. Whenever I was in high school and junior high, whenever I was in junior high, I was a fat kid, right? I had an actual visible double chin, like all the way down. And the thing that I did, I ended up going out for sports. I would eat the same amount of food, but I would just burn the calories. So it's not that, yeah, eating pizza is not exactly nutritional and then, you know, all that stuff. You just have to have an outlet. You have to burn those calories in some way. And, you know, you can eat all you want, you know, but you're going to have to burn that energy. You can eat whatever you want. You just got to do other things on top of that to maintain a healthy balance. And obviously, I lost the balance for a while there, but I'm starting to get it back. Throwing tantrums for not wanting to eat pizza, unless you're actually 5 years old and below, you should not be throwing tantrums for pizza.
Somewhere along the line, he probably got so used to getting Steve.
I think we've already established this guy's probably mentally unwell. Shave the facial hair in the unibrow. That's something the dad should have came up with. The dad should have been like, dog, listen, man to man. Shave.
It's impossible to say no to him.
I learned a long time ago there's no point in fighting Steven. If he wants pizza, he is going to get it.
Boy, howdy, I think we have our reason. Don't get me wrong, I think the dad was doing fine earlier when he said he denied it. That is the worst possible mentality. The worst possible mentality right there. He's throwing a tantrum, so I'm going to give him whatever he wants. Horrible. Disgusting. Let's rewind that.
But believing that it was almost impossible to say no to him.
I learned a long time ago. There's no point in fighting Steven. If he wants pizza, he is going to get it.
Well, congratulations, Dad. He got every pizza he could ever want. He's probably eaten 600 more pizzas than any normal person should in their entire lifetime, and he's probably not even 30.
Steve, being the immature teenager he was, took full advantage of his father's weakness, which does a good job of explaining how most of Steven's entitlement issues are most likely a result of his father's pampering and his inability to discipline them. It also probably didn't help that Steven got a taste for fame pretty early on in his life.
Sadly, tons of parents nowadays have this mentality. There are people in my personal life that have a lot of kids. And it's not really so much food. They actually do a pretty good job with food. The thing that these people in my life really give into is tablets and screen time. If they're causing a ruckus in a restaurant, here's the tablet. Oh, they're running around crying, getting annoying. Here's your tablet. Oh, you want to jump up and down, say you want to watch your favorite YouTube channel or something like that. Put it on the main TV. That's the thing that's really going to come back and bite us in about 10 years. Not even 10 years now. Giving in to a kid's request all the time is such a bad precedent. Yeah, you need to set boundaries with kids, especially in the day and age where we're at now, where they can literally get on a tablet and you might have it like kid protected or whatever, but kids are somewhat intuitive with devices nowadays. They'll get around that child block more than likely, and they'll just go. They'll have unrestricted, especially, maybe they don't even have child lock. Maybe you just hand them a tablet and they have unrestricted access to the internet. Why? Stop. Don't do that. Please, for the love of God, do not give your kid unlimited access to the internet until they're like 18 or like not 18, maybe like 16. And then after that, they can do whatever they want. That's the same reason with like that whole big deal with Roblox right now. Roblox, there are tens of millions of kids playing Roblox right now, and there was a huge controversy on Roblox where there's predators and pedophiles, the PDF files. I gotta keep it, somewhat kid friendly, I guess. All around Roblox because they know that there's kids completely just out there in the open. Stop giving your kids unrestricted access to the internet, please. Oh, be a parent. My God. That's something that literally pisses me off because it's only gonna hurt. Have you seen those videos online where like I remember seeing it. There's a kid laying on a couch and he's doing this. He's ghost scrolling. He doesn't have a phone, but he's so used to scrolling like on TikTok or something like that. This is like a 4-year-old kid, and he's so used to scrolling that he's just doing it like automatically. The freakiest shit I've ever seen in the world, because it really put into perspective. There are people that are just tossing their kids. They're tossing their kids into the wild west that is the internet. And oh my God, it pisses me off. Okay, sorry, long tangent for no reason. We weren't even talking about internet. It annoys me how much screens are a part of kids' lives. I've been really trying to lower my screen time, aside from like streaming and stuff. So I've even tried to like pick up new hobbies. Like I have a guitar over there. I bought a guitar like a month ago. I've been trying to learn it. I can play Smoke on the Water now. But we can manage it because our brains actually develop. Kids can't. Their brains don't know how. Exactly. You need to be you need to be a fucking parent. My God, I'm getting heated. I used to play Smoke in the Water. Yeah. It's not good. Here, actually, I'll show it. Fuck it. I was gonna do this to like like in the stream, but hold on. Check it out. The thing is, my fingers are too fucking fat. It's almost impossible for me to hit one chord without hitting the other chords. I need to figure that out. Oh shit. Did you hear that? Did you hear it? Did you hear that? I might be look out for me. Jimi Hendrix, who's that? I only know JaceIsJumbo. I keep getting lost. Dude, this is a half-hour long video I've been watching for an hour and 15 minutes now. Okay, let's keep going.
It also probably didn't help that Steven got a taste for fame pretty early on in his life, through a YouTube channel he created in his mid-20s by the name of Fatboy Get Down. I was wondering, I'm so proud. Thanks, I appreciate it. I was wondering, because it looked like he had very nice teeth. I did not realize they were veneers. I did not realize, and I should have known way ahead of time, because it's obvious. Down. This channel mostly consisted of videos of himself dancing to some viral songs, or going on one of his crazy rants.
I am so sick of this, okay? If you people got something to say to me, then say it, okay? Fat this and fat that. I know I'm effing fat, okay? And if you got a problem with it, then you talk to my hand. Do you understand?
However, his most infamous
talk to the hand is it's checkmate. There's nothing. What can you say? What can you say about talk to the hand? There's nothing you can say. It's an undefeatable move.
Video has to be one where he tauntingly thanks taxpayers for paying for everything he gets to buy.
This video is just for you taxpayers. Thank you for paying taxes, because without you, I would not have this urinal to pee in.
Oh!
Because without you, I would not have this.
That's fucking syrup. I have lighter syrup in my right there in my cabinet. What is that color? Drink water, please. That's probably all that came out.
This urinal to pee in. Without you, I would not have this cans of food to eat. Without you, I would have pills to take to keep me alive.
That is rough. Yeah, it is rough as a taxpayer myself. That sucks. that hurts. That hurts a lot. But what can you do? What can you do? It's disability pay.
Eventually, his antics on YouTube earned him the attention.
No way! Did it really? He got to go on Dr. Phil? And he didn't become a millionaire like the Cash Me Outside girl? Damn. Unlucky draw.
To keep me alive.
Eventually, his antics on YouTube earned him the attention of Dr. Phil, who ended up putting him on his new experimental series called House of Hatred. The basic premise of this show was to put groups that hated each other under one roof, including a white supremacist who hated other minorities, people who hated the LGBTQ communities with members from said community, and in Steven's case, heavy people who hated anyone skinnier than them, all with the goal of somehow making them coexist and see each other's perspective.
How is Dr. Phil real? Was this not just like was this not just Jerry Springer? Isn't this what Jerry Springer used to do? Is Dr. Phil not? I thought Dr. Phil was supposed to be like a self-help show. Or, a show to like help people. This just sounds like he's doing Jerry Springer. Is that real? Dude, I remember I used to come home and watch. I used to come home and we didn't have cable. We only had bunny ears, right? We only used to get like local channels. And I used to come home from school and I would watch Jerry Springer, and then right after it, Jerry Springer, it'd be Steve Wilkos, I think, which is essentially just Jerry Springer. And then they would have like a whole bunch of other like trash network, like Judge Judy. And oh my God, it was so funny. Oh my God, it was so funny. Seeing these people just rage out and do the craziest. And now I know it was like not all scripted, but a lot of it was scripted. And oh my God, it was so funny. Oh, great times, good times. Rip my boy Jerry Springer too.
However, Steven, with his attitude of doing whatever he wanted, decided he didn't want to carry on the role he agreed to, and instead started looking for weight loss options from the medical team monitoring the show, resulting in him getting called out by Dr. Phil on TV.
So how are you doing?
I'm eating less.
It's interesting that when I said, how are you doing, you started discussing your weight, when what you presumably came here for was the fact that you...
They're doing the Japanese thing where the voices don't line up. Kind of crazy.
Hated...
We're getting Dr. Phil dubbed. awesome.
Skinny people. You came in here and tried to run a con, tried to tell me what I want to hear. Then you sit on the phone. You made a complete idiotic act, disrespecting a very kind and decent black woman.
Did we miss the racist arc? Did we miss that?
You refuse to clean yourself. Your behavior is lazy.
That's another thing about people that are this big. Dude, getting to the point where you have a hard time wiping your ass. Like, I know everyone talks about, oh, how is that not a wake up call? But literally, how is that not a wake up call? That's
if
the point
anybody
where I'd be like,
pushes you on it, you become manipulative, belligerent, arrogant.
I shouldn't be that way, but I am.
You don't live like this the rest of your life?
I won't make it the rest of my life if I was like this. I will die.
See, that pisses me off. The fact that he is saying those words, because he's just parroting what he knows people have said about to him, and he's just parroting it back just to give these people like a good sense of like, oh, maybe this guy's self-aware, maybe he understands, maybe he'll make a change. When in reality, he fucking knows he's not changing. This guy's a fucking dick. This guy's an asshole.
From Dr. Phil's description of Stephen's behavior, it's safe to assume his manipulative tendencies were just as prevalent back then as they were now. Shortly after he was kicked from the show, Stephen found himself in Rhode Island Hospital, unable to care for himself. That's when he was kicked out for sneaking in pizza and eventually grabbed the attention of Dr. Now. And
see, the thing is, he can't sneak in pizza. He can't sneak in pizza. He's telling other people to sneak in pizza for him, and they're doing it. That's the worst part. He's getting other people to do it.
And even though Stephen tried plenty of times to turn his manipulative charm on him, Dr. Now never budged.
Good.
In fact, seeing Stephen continuously trying to manipulate him was likely what forced the doctor to reject him completely. The incident of him stealing his brother's meds was also what led him to fully quitting the show altogether. Fast forward 2 years later, and the audience...
Okay, so... Oh my... Ugh. I wish I didn't look. Oh, God. After the brother said, hey, my brother stole my pain meds, he relapsed, he's not losing weight, he's a useless fucking idiot, Dr. Now officially kicked him off the show. So this is 2 years after he got kicked off. Okay, so that's good, that's good.
Says we're shocked to see the progress he'd made after going his own way. It was somehow down to just 553 pounds.
Wait, what? Wait. I missed. So after quitting the show, he lost weight?
Altogether. Fast forward 2 years later, and the audiences were shocked to see the progress he'd made after going his own way. It was somehow down to just 553 pounds.
Wow! That's 200 pounds. He was 750 pounds when we checked in earlier, so he lost 200 pounds on his own? I'm sitting here thinking, he's the only way that would have happened is if, like, he was literally bedridden, and no one was bringing him food. That's the only thing I'm thinking.
And looked visibly happier, though a big motivator behind this change was the fact he'd found love.
That was my second guess. I was going to say either he was bedridden and no one's giving him food, or he found a lady that could better himself. Love's a powerful thing, man. Love's a powerful thing. I think. I've never actually experienced love, but from what I hear, love's a powerful thing.
And wanted to be the best version of himself for her.
Because I actually met a woman and I have a girlfriend now.
Now here's the question. Do you think they met in real life, or is this an online internet thing? Nowadays, I would say 100% it's an internet thing.
And she's coming to pick me up.
They know each other in real life. Huge mega dub. I can't believe it.
Really amazing, right?
That's crazy. Good for you. As long as you keep it up.
Her name is Stephanie, and I'm going to be moving in with her in Iowa with her daughter.
Stephen met Stephanie online.
It was online. I was half right. Brother swings up. Hey, I don't know how they met, but maybe it was the universe just throwing him a little easy hit ball,
And shortly after they started dating, Stephanie invited him to live with her and her 14-year-old daughter in Des Moines, Iowa. Stephen moved out immediately, and for the last 2 years, he'd been living together with his girlfriend.
Wow, good for him. Look at that. An actual well, there's 6 minutes left. We'll see.
Friend turned wife after the pair
Turned
decided to
wife.
have a court marriage. However, after 2 years
Did you hear it? I said it earlier. Do you hear that? However,
turned wife after the pair decided to have a court marriage. However,
that's the one word I will always hear him say. However.
After 2 years of living with her, Stephen's positive attitude started to unravel once again.
Shocker.
His relationship with Stephanie eventually worsened to the point where she wanted a divorce, and much of it had to do with the weight Stephen had regained.
Stephen, you were on the cusp of greatness. You were given the easiest home run hit of your life, and you ruined it. That pisses me off, because you know how rare it is for the universe to just throw you someone. That shit never happens, and it did for him.
Desperate for help, he called Dr. Now for assistance.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
This is the clip we saw earlier. We were talking how we were like, how the fuck did this guy get married? We got a glimpse of the future. That made sense. Okay.
Steve, how you doing?
All right. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. So it's been about 2 years since I'm looking at your chart since I saw you. Last I saw you, 550 pounds. So how you doing?
I'm all right. I've regained a bit. I'm about in that area still.
But instead of being honest, Stephen, in all of his wisdom, decided to lie to Dr. Now again about his
Shocker.
weight.
Yeah,
Something the
still
doctor
right
was
around
quick
that.
to notice.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I gained a little bit of it back, but I'm still right around 5. I guarantee. I'm gonna take a bet. He's probably like 635, something like that. I bet.
Yes. Okay, that's what, this is my left leg. Just move it more this way. That's the left leg, and the right leg. Walk over there so you can see it from that angle too. This is the right one.
Look like lymphedema got much worse in the right leg.
Yeah, it did. It did. Yeah.
Oh, not the elephant legs, dog. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate that. What's it called? Lymphedema? It's like an instant cut to my nervous system. It literally gives me chills thinking about it. Oh.
It did.
Well, there's still a lot of fat in that. There's not all extra skin because you actually look to be closer to 700 to 800 pounds. So what be
Okay, whoa. Okay, I was way off.
doing with your eating habit? How are you getting along with that?
After some pressure from Dr. Now, Stephen admitted what was actually going on. How he was eating 4 to 5 pizzas a day by
4 to 5 pizzas a day? How much money is that? That is so much money. On Sunday, I got a pizza to watch the Packer game, right? I brought a pizza. I got a pizza. What was it? I got a large 3-topping pizza, which was olives, pepperoni and sausage. It was a good pizza. I got a large pizza, a dessert tray. It was like, I think it was brownies, and then some cheesy sticks. That was $32. And it was a bundle deal. How is he affording 4 pizzas a day? Dude, not to mention, that's like 12,000. No, maybe not 12. That's at least 8,000 calories.
guilt-tripping to one person who was always willing to get him what he wants.
The fact that my wife does make me very good meals, it's just that I choose not to eat them and call my dad and get takeout delivery instead.
Hypothetically, if I was in this room, I might just punch the fucking shit out of this idiot. When I think about my life, the one thing I want in my life, 2 things. I want to be a great husband and a great dad. That's what I want out of those are my actual life goals. I don't have a lot of career goals, but I have a lot of personal goals. I want to be a great husband and a great father. This guy has a person that is willing to deal with all his bullshit and he throws it back in their face. I want to fucking put my fist through those dumbass glasses. I want to do it hard. Oh, don't resort to physical violence. I'm going to give him the old wallop. I'm going to charge it up and everything. God. Okay, whatever.
So, yeah.
Put simply, not only had Stephen gained back all of the weight he'd lost, stretching his stomach back out and effectively rendering his surgery useless, his marriage was also almost over.
Shocker. Who would ever thought? If my parents made me food, I'd eat it. I would have to eat it. I would have no other option.
And now he wanted to start from scratch once again by coming back to Houston.
And that I need to do to better myself and get at a point where I need to be. You know, this is obviously not where I need to be, you know, weight-wise and stuff. So I'd like to come back to Houston and for a while and get some help with my lymphedema and my weight and legs. That's what I said. Yeah.
Well, do you want to come back to our care? Is that what you're saying?
What? No.
You're getting divorced, is it correct?
If things don't change, then absolutely.
She wants to come back.
So, yeah.
However, by this point, Dr. Now's patient...
Oh, you said partner made me... Oh, you did say partner. I'm sorry. Yeah. Especially that. Look, I'm the kind of guy that if someone makes me food, I am eating it. If someone literally goes out of their way to make me food of any kind, it could be Indian street food. If there was someone that I cared about and they went out of their way to make me food, I am eating that and I'm saying it's delicious. Because that's what a normal fucking person does. It's not because you just want because it's normal. Oh my God. I'm actually getting upset. I'm actually getting upset because the universe threw this man a wife, a not unattractive wife, right? Not that would really matter. I mean, this guy could get it, like, honestly, he should get fucking nothing. But this guy, the universe gave him something, and he just said, yeah, she gives me these nice meals, but Taco Bell's right down the road. I'm literally going to give him a falcon punch, bro. I'm literally going to ignite the air around my fist and go through his fucking face.
With Stephen had run dry, and according to him, the only one who could save Stephen now was Stephen himself.
Yeah.
But start to change your eating habit.
Okay.
And but there's not much more we can.
Did he just say, "I'll try, I guess"? Did he just say, "I'll try, I guess"? He said, "I guess," like it was an option. Like he said, I'll try, I guess. Like it wasn't like the only fucking thing that he can do without dying within the next 2 years, or his leg literally splitting open because there's too much fucking fat in there.
Can do for you if you're not taking responsibility for your life and willing to change. But if you have any medical emergencies, give me a call.
Okay, I will. It's great seeing you. And
it's unfortunate to see that Steve.
I'm actually glad he said that. So he didn't take him back with open arms. He literally said, "Dude, if you don't have your diet under control, there's literally nothing I can do for you. No, I'm not going to accept you back in." And I'm glad he said that because, I said it earlier, it's literally all mental. Have you ever watched Wife Swap? That's another super interesting show. I have not. That sounds interesting. Wife Swap. I'll have to think about that.
Ben has basically undone all the progress he made down here. And that his health has not only not improved, but he has started going back in the wrong direction again. But at this point, we have given Stephen every chance and opportunity to do what he needed. So there is nothing more we can do for him that we haven't already done. And I won't also take resources from someone who may want to turn their life around.
So he ended up finally getting rejected from the program, making Stephen one of the very few patients to get refused treatment by Dr. Now. Unfortunately, Stephen seems to have taken his rejection as a sign to give up entirely. Because
that's exactly. I knew it was gonna happen. He's the type of guy that will give it a good shot, relax a little bit after he makes some progress, and then he'll gain the weight all the way back, and then like he'll be like, "Oh, what do I do? And it's so easy. Just eat less, try to move more."
His only spiraled deeper into self-destruction, gaining more weight.
Oh God. Oh, that is a rough look for you, buddy. What happened? He had veneers, didn't he? What happened to those? Did they just fall out? Did those fall out? He's got one tooth left. He doesn't even have teeth. He's got tooth.
Isolating himself and reverting back to the content that made him famous in the first place.
He's on
the angel.
Live.
God sent me an angel. I'm on from the heavens above. Send me all the angels from healing broken heart for being in love.
He's lost nearly all his teeth. His only source of income today is his Cameo page, where he sells short video messages for more than $1,000 each.
$1,000? Who is buying that? 455 reviews. Holy shit. It's 1,000 plus too. It's 1,000 plus. So it's the baseline is $1,000. Crazy.
Meanwhile, his brother Justin has taken a completely different path.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this because his brother actually seemed like a pretty cool guy, and he lost enough weight to do the weight loss surgery.
Most recent photos, he appears noticeably slimmer, likely have—
Good for him. Nice, because he looked like a big guy at the beginning of the video, and look at that. He still got some. That's probably just skin, but no, he looks great.
Having undergone skin removal surgery.
Good.
And looks healthier than ever. His hobby shop, Hobby Haven, is also thriving.
Nice. Hobby Haven. Wonder where that is. That's one thing.
Ever since he adopted a Warhammer
figurines. I've never been into figurines. I know a couple people who really like Warhammer. Yeah, Warhammer figurines, but I've never been in a figurines type
theme. On top of all of that, he also recently announced his marriage, making him the perfect example of what happens when you cut out the toxic people in your life and actually make an effort to better yourself. Steven, on the other hand, has hit rock bottom. Despite all of the support he received along the way, he has no one to blame but himself.
Boy, talk about a dichotomy, right? Talk about a yin and yang. You had a guy that was mentally sound, tried hard enough to lose the weight, got the surgery, found a wife, and they actually have a happy marriage, presumably at least, and it's great. And then on the exact opposite side, guy that never learns, fat as fuck, a constant downward spiral, and found a wife and then divorced. Crazy.
Of course, there is still some hope that he can somehow turn his life around, but judging from how he is right now, including his inability to change—
I gotta say though, look at that. Almost 1,000 people watching him on TikTok. Almost 1,000 people.
Actually learn from his mistakes, it'll sadly only be a matter of time until he finds himself into an early grave.
Crazy. Dude, it took me 2 hours to watch. It took me an hour and a half to watch that video. That is crazy. I talk too much. My God. I went on a full-on yap fest for that video.